Players in the game ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine runs fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTT3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to win sight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight. Mix it up. Good morning, welcome to the coffee show. With the flow in the shell. Hit that bell, subscribe, and enjoy the show. Sunrise, wake up, feel the noise. Sip that joy, espresso, enjoys. Feel the buzz with the boys in the zone, we rejoice. Good morning, caffeine rising, everybody smiling. You know it's delightful, waking up so rightful. With a cup so mighty, daily and nightly. Mix it up, stirring.
Whoa, 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 everybody, welcome to the morning coffee show. We got your coffee, let's drink and go. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, yeah. I even got me some backup coffee.
Backup coffee, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So we were just talking about the price of Disneyland and how expensive it is behind the scenes. We were talking about Universal Studios, how I always believed it was the better park. My wife would disagree. But like it was a fun conversation indeed. But yeah, but you know, in a way, I guess in a way, if you look at it, split hairs, whatever, dissect it, Wizards of the Coast has kind of crept up in that price range where products got more expensive, whatever. It's not the topic, but it's relatable. I mean, you're paying like $10 a pack for good packs nowadays.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, how are you doing, Hillbilly?
Doing pretty good, actually. How are you doing?
Doing all right. We got the cooler fixed in the house. So
Great.
luckily we never went without coolant because like two chips were acting weird, or one chip was acting weird on a motherboard type thing. And so the cooler wouldn't start, but the fan would start. So the day the guy came to check the cooler, realized that the board needed replaced. But what he did is he took the fan and connected it to the chip that was still working that kept the power, so the fan was running all day for like 2 days, and that would kick on the cooler, and the cooler would kick on easy, and the house was cool. But when he came in, he replaced everything. You know, ironically, one of the wires he put in slipped out, so the cooler wasn't working for a few hours. So we called him, and he came back and fixed it nicely. And now we got air conditioning that works perfectly. It's
That's
awesome.
great.
Yeah. Hey, Backwoods Collector. Has anybody told you you look like a knockoff of Michael Keaton?
No. Although I think I made a comment in one of Hillbilly's streams yesterday, the day before, that I had gotten a comment on one of my videos. And maybe the guy was the person was from Australia or something, because he called me a bloke.
Yeah.
But he said bloke is the least looking MTG player.
The least looking. Nice. That's funny. Kane Chicker, what's up? Yeah, well, like, so every time I look at your face, you got some features that remind me of Michael Keaton.
Oh, well, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
You know, we just need to get you in a Batman suit. Megan Fool, how are you doing?
I'm doing good today.
Yeah, I heard you get a new refrigerator today.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Pretty cool. You know, keep that food cooled down and delicious, and you know, you gotta have a place to store your apples, you know. I don't know. I'm still waking up. I'm still drinking my coffee. Anything fun, interesting happening to you guys today?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and do another stream at 2 o'clock. Other than that, that's all that's happening today.
Woo-woo. Another stream. We got another stream today. Today is Thursday. Oh man. Well, sorry, my brain is just jogging. Like I talked so fast. I got like half the stuff I talked about less than 7 minutes, and we still got 2 minutes to go to 7 minutes. What's going on here? Let's say hello to Cane Checker in chat. Cane Checker, James Willis. What's up? Morning, Cat. That's right. Now, if you want bad weather, Cane Checker will shake his cane at the clouds, and then we'll go to your state. You know, I was thinking. I don't know if you ever seen the movie The Perfect Storm. Not The Perfect Storm. What is it? It's a Stephen King movie where a place in Maine got, I think it was Maine or Michigan, but I think it was Maine, got snowed in, and there was like an Antichrist kind of character collecting souls and killing people, making them go crazy. It was a pretty crazy show. Oh no, like there's some deaths in the story, some people going crazy, and at the end he wanted the town to sacrifice a child, not like legitimately sacrifice a child, but give him the child so he can raise it to follow up in his footsteps. It was crazy. It was a good movie back in the day. It was a TV series movie. I mean, it's like I can't remember. Like it was like 8 hours long.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good. Storm of the Century. It's what it was called, I believe. Storm of the Century.
Brian Giles. Brian Giles, what's going on?
Yeah, Brian Giles. What? How's it going? He's all excited for Commander spoilers. He's just showing me a couple of spoilers. They're going crazy. They're going nuts. Some of the cards are pretty good. I know I want that Jace the Mind Sculptor that looks like a fox. Oh, I gotta have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is nutty.
It is nutty.
Nutting the squirrel thing.
That's right. He showed me a squirrel from the Commander deck leaks.
Yeah.
It has Toxic too.
Oh
Ooh.
wow.
Yeah.
So we need more toxic.
All right. Game of Magic's literally becoming toxic now. Not kidding.
Oh yeah.
Why am I toxic?
Mm.
You won't get that, but that's from a streamer I like to watch.
Nice. So toxic.
I don't remember. I don't remember. Does Toxel the Corrosive actually have Toxic on the card? It does, doesn't it?
Toxel, no.
It doesn't have Toxic?
No, Toxel does not. All it does is weakens your opponent's creature once every turn. Like
Okay.
every upkeep, it gets a counter on the creature, and it gets a -1/-1.
I know you mentioned that card a couple streams ago. That was one of your favorites.
Yep. And once that creature dies, you get a 1/1 token.
Mm-hmm.
You can sacrifice for blue and draw a card.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I can't wait for Bloomberg to come out. There's just some spicy little cards that we looked at last night. Like if you guys weren't here last night instead of playing video games, I was going through a box of Modern Horizons 3 and letting Hillbilly take some cards last night because you know we're kind of doing trades, but at the same time I wanted to remember what I got from the box, and like man, that was fun going through cards like that. I wish I had more cards to go through, but like because my plan is to put them in storages. I got to clear out my toy box. Yeah, I got a toy box full of Magic stuff and my computer stuff, and I got to sort it out, clear it out because I'm going to end up be getting more Commander decks in the near future somewhere. So I need to make space for all that jazz. Like I'd lift up my laptop to show you this whole thing, but my mic's connected and all that jazz. But anyways, I digress. To the first bumper.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Woo! Look at you guys looking so crazy. Oh, Cane Shaker's looking squirrel. That squirrel is toxic because it's nuts and radioactive. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping that they'd get rid of that toxic for a while. I mean, they got enough toxic in standard right now.
Right?
And I would like to see it, leave standard because I cannot stand going up against a toxic deck.
Agreed.
I think I'd rather go against toxic than I would go against poison. So
Well, really, they're the same, kind of the same.
Kind of the same thing, yeah.
yeah, well, toxic's fixed, right? So Phyresis is an enchantment that gives a creature infect. Infect's what I mean, not poison. Infect. And toxic, so it usually has a number followed by it. So if you have like a 6/6 creature with toxic 2, when it deals damage to you, it gives you 2 toxic poisons. Well, now if I put Phyresis on it and give it infect, it will give you poison counters equal to its power.
Yep.
But it's still a good mechanic either way, and still rough to go against. I mean, it's like in a way, it's kind of like going against Mothman, with those radiation counters and all that jazz.
Nah.
Well, radiation counters, they mill your deck out, so it basically treats your opponent's deck like a life total more than regular. But if you're smart or rich, not saying you're rich, but if you're rich and can afford a $40 original Eldrazi from the set, you can put it in your deck. So if you mill yourself out, it'll shuffle your graveyard back into your library.
Now that radiation, that's only been in Fallout, right?
Yes.
That was just a Fallout special mechanic.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Indubitably. Yeah, and I'd love to see them do another set with radiation like that to kind of give the Mothman deck more of support, but also make it a sub-theme mechanic for other decks who want to use it. It's a fun way to mill.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Well,
an
and
annoying way to mill.
I understand it. It fits the Fallout theme, obviously, and
Mm-hmm.
And one thing about the Mothman is pretty much a fair deck because you're milling everybody, including yourself.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Milling everybody. But yeah, if you get some good self reanimation in there, that's pretty solid. Or another thing that's really good is look for cards that reanimate from anybody's graveyard, because if your opponent gets a big creature in their graveyard, you can snag it, steal it, use it, abuse it. All what you want to do, like with your pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like stealing pancakes off other people's plates. Collector, invest. What's up?
What's up?
All right, Hillbilly. Rolling in the theme of things. What is the first segment of the day?
That would be the
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
The card of the day. Hillbilly just got a copy of this from me. Monster
yeah.
Vortex. Yeah. This card is very powerful. Got 3 generic and a green enchantment. So whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, discover X, where X is that spell's mana value. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And discover, you exile cards off the top of your library until you exile an online card with the mana value cost equal or less to cast it. 1 less or more to cast it. Paying its mana without paying its mana cost, you can put it in your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library or in a random order. And I probably ordered that reading it because my brain was trying to do it mentally. Pretty powerful stuff. Yeah, works pretty cool too. Big stumps. I got this to put in a copy of this. I want to put in my janky dinosaur deck to give it more of a bolster on the discover ability.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm going to do with putting my dinosaur deck, probably.
It makes sense. It fits the theme. Woo! What am I missing here? The ball. Hey guys, Mothman sucks. Laugh out loud. That's right.
All right, Tillball, I got a question for you. How's that? When I killed my own self with my own deck.
He's mad. He's mad. He's crazy. So rolling into the pictures of the day. The first picture of the day was sent in by Coogee Dude. Now, to understand this picture, for those who don't know and who are too young, that is a shelf full of music records. So when it says, how am I going to finish listening to all this? on one cup of coffee. It's a lot of music.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, man, that's a lot.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool, pretty crazy.
Is this a picture of his place?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you found this, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I haven't been in his office for a while. I know he got all this kind of stuff in his office, but I don't know if that's from his office.
That is a heck of a lot of music there.
Oh no, I think that is from his office because I put all the CDs up there that are up.
Oh, wow.
I was going to say it kind of looks like that might be part of his background when he's usually on the show.
Well, on his background, this is to his. Let me see, like that to his right. His right. Because the way his entrance way is, you open through the door to his office, which is like at the corner of the room. This is right next to the door.
Okay.
Wow.
That's crazy. Like
That is insane.
well, that's not even his entire collection. So
Holy moly.
he got boxes full of records in his garage too, and we sold
Boxes
a bunch
on
of them.
boxes.
Boxes on boxes. Oh yeah.
Wow. That's all. Music.
Collector Invest. I listened to 5 times that with coffee. That's right. All right. Let's see. Man, back to the show right here. The next picture of the day says, "Shh, my coffee and I are having a moment. I will deal with you later." Right. That's my inner soul in the morning. Then boom, coffee, because Thursday mornings deserve a second chance.
Yeah.
That's right. Kermit the Frog here.
Yeah, that's right. Today is Thursday. Ain't it?
Yep.
Wow.
Tomorrow's
Where did this week go?
New York.
It went away. It's
He
kind of
went to
crazy.
New York and came back.
It's kind of crazy because wife goes back to work tomorrow. It doesn't
Oh.
feel real. It doesn't
Yeah,
feel
good
real.
luck. Good luck with that.
Yeah, we're hoping good luck with that.
Yeah,
Then
that's
the
what I'm
last
saying.
pic-
Good luck.
Yeah, the last picture of the day. Get a hold of yourself, Bob. The coffee is almost ready, and tomorrow is Friday. That's right. That's right. This is the original Street Fighter right here. You know, 2 cats batting out
Yeah.
normally on the street.
Yep.
Yeah.
Street Fighter. Boom. That was good. That was good. That was good. Well, Collector Invest. Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Be right back.
Be right back. All right, bud. All right. Then let's see. Collector Invest. I have music records from 1910s and 1980s. Nice.
Nice.
Have fun to ball. You got to run. All right. Cat fighter. Cat fighter. I'll try to check in with you guys later. Nice. All right. So, which brings us to the question of the day. The question of the day is brought to you by Discord. So, if you're not part of Discord channel, go check out Discord and leave questions of the day in the right section.
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
All right. Question of the day is actually brought by Coogee Dude. He did his best to be on the show today, even though he cannot be on himself today. So it was pretty cool to find out that he left his stuff for us for the show. Let's get to the question.
Hi, this is Coogee Dude. What is your favorite magic color and why?
I was thinking about asking that same question actually. I was going to save it for tomorrow.
So what is your favorite magic color and why?
Oh, it's kind of tough because I like 2 different colors mixed together.
Same here. Now, if you had to break it down, and I'd say put a certain genre or era to it because it makes sense to some eras of color. Because in the newer era, like for example, blue is not as powerful as it used to be back in the early 90s and 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my favorite color would be early era blue. Even though I didn't get to play it a lot back then, but later on I got to play it, and my lord, they broke blue. But I like blue because it had draw, pseudo removal, and tempo, and ways to control your opponent's decks, creature stealing. Oh my lord, all the fun stuff.
Well, I do like black and I do like green, but I'm gonna have to go with black.
Black and white. Why black?
Why? Because it has so much removal,
So
and
much removal.
so much hand hate, graveyard hate.
Just
I'm going with black too. And if I put an era on it, even though I wasn't around Magic in this era, I'd go quite a ways back because I like some of that older art.
Oh yeah. Oh no, like some of that older art, like some of the legacy frames, I don't know what they call them, like their old border frames artwork, especially for black, was just insane and nuts. I know some people like the artwork because some of the artwork was skimpier on some of the characters, which I don't fall in line with, but there's some gore in there that's like, it's not overdone gore, but it's in there. There was risks taken that made the artwork pretty good, and so then sometimes you just cannot get away from that original painting feel and look on some of the artwork.
Yeah, they don't really, I don't think the early stuff was really pushing the envelope, but they don't even come really that close to that early stuff anymore.
No, like even with the advanced work we get today, where they make it like surrealistic, it doesn't have it doesn't carry the heart and soul that some of the old artwork did.
I'm still a fan of today's black theme and the art of it and stuff. And like I said, it's hard for me to go away from doing anything in a deck that doesn't have black in it.
Right, that makes sense. Well, because like one of my favorite colors, especially when I was playing standard stuff, was always like Simic, blue green. And I love blue green because green has the stomps, blue has the control. That's why I loved it so much in those eras, early times. And but like, I've played black red before. Black is a really strong color. There's times when black red is like a pretty aggressive deck with a lot of control. Yep. Long story short, I'm kind of a control player. If I'm in competitive mode, I want to control what I'm doing against you and take advantage of everything I can.
Oh yeah, I like Gruul, black and green.
Gruul, black and green. You mean Golgari?
Yeah, Golgari. I mean,
yeah, you're good. Gruul is red green, which is another good color.
That's right.
Yeah, no, you're good. We're learning.
I got a question for you, Tortoise. Well, even Hillbilly, because you guys have been in Magic longer than I have. Do you know off the top of your head all the names of the color combinations?
Yeah. Pretty much. I got to think about some of them. You got Golgari.
I got a list I can send to you that has all the names.
I always have to go and look it up because I only know probably 4 of them.
Right. See, now it's time to show off. Got Golgari, black green. You got Izzet, red blue. You got Celestia, which is white green. You got Zorius, which is white blue. You got Simic, which is blue green. You got Rakdos, which is red black. You got Orzhov, which is black white. You got Dimir, which is blue black. You got Boros, which is white red, and you got I'm missing one because I can't think of the color combination. What did I miss? I know the name. I just can't think of the color combination to say the name. But
there's a part of me that feels like I'll never really learn them all.
Right.
But I have noticed as I build, like, when I first built my first black and white deck, I learned it. And then I built a black and red and I learned it. So I probably have to build a deck in it and then it'll probably stick.
Mm-hmm. You also got Yor, which is white, black, blue, and red. Witch, which is white, black, blue, green. Ink, which is white, blue, red, green. And Doom, which is white, black, red, green. Glint, which is blue, black, red, and green. Teamer is blue, red, green. Sultai is blue, black, green. Naya is white, red, and green. Mardu, which is white, black, and red. Jund, which is black, red, green. Jetsky is white, blue, red. Grixis is blue, black, and red. Esper is white, blue, black. Vant is white, blue, green. Asban, which is white, black, green. Then all the ones are tortoise.
Do you guys or anybody in the chat know where those names originated from, or was that just something Magic made up?
So the 2 color names originated from Ravnica, the original Ravnica block. Those were the guild. And the first three color pairings, the wedges or the shards came from Shards of Allura block, which it was blue, white, green, red, black, blue, white, green, red, green, black, white, blue, black, red, white, green, and a fifth one. But then later on, Kanzatar came with the rest of the 5 of the 3 color pairings, and that's where you got Abzan, Jeskai, Charm. So if you need to know the blocks, I can tell you the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
But they're named after them because they were easy to remember, and people had a fun time with those sets.
Okay, I always wondered where the term and the name term came from for each of those color combinations.
Yep.
Yeah, Mark Rosewater went a little bit deeper into color pairs in his podcast.
Hillbilly's cheating, says Kane Shaker. He's looking at a list.
Yeah, I do have a list.
Cheater. I've played all those sets to know the names. I had to work hard for those. Well, you just got a stupid phone that you can just pull up.
I got a bad memory. I got to look somewhere.
That's funny. That's funny. All right. With that, my friends.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Moves, the strategies, and the flair. Supervised Tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
Shell shock, go. All right. So we're into the topic area of the list. I mean, we're already halfway through the show. Whoo-wee. But man, have we had a good time so far. Oh, yeah. So the topic of the show is 1v1 commander. Should we support it? So let me go to the private chat where I got the cool monologue listed up. So 1v1 commander, should we support it? The commander format has gotten huge. 1v1 has become a known format in some local game stores. 1v1 is easy to track wins and losses and bracket. Last night I saw an article I should have saved, which I couldn't find it today, talking about Wizards of the Coast wanting to throw major support at 1v1 Commander Magic, especially in the game stores. Like making a sanctioned format where prize support will be supported in Magic the Gathering 1v1 Commander. This got me both excited and dumbfounded at the same time because I'm used to the Commander being 4v4, but I've played 1v1 with a friend. Let's discuss this and have fun. Yeah, because you gotta always put the word fun in there, so it sounds fun. You know, it's like when a kid goes to school and you got some guy telling them how to follow the rules, and like, but let's do it fun. You know, the kid.
Well, my thoughts on this is 1 versus 1. That game would drag on forever. Versus each man for himself, 4 players, which can be quicker and it gives you more of an opportunity to attack a different player each turn. And I find it more fun for it to be in 4 players than 1 versus 1.
Right, here's a question for you.
Okay.
What makes you think 1v1 commander would go on longer than 4v4? There's less players and more interaction.
Less players, and you can only attack each other. I mean, they're already doing this in standard. And it just seems like to me that it would take longer to play because you're only getting 1 draw per turn, which is understandable. but it's normal. But it's just I don't know. I just think Commander should be for at least 4 people,
Hmm. Cane
maybe
Shaker says,
maybe 3.
Cane Shaker says, even if you do not play a format, you should support all players' formats and perpetuate the play of the game.
I'm not saying not to support it or anything like that. And I understand where he's coming from, and it makes sense.
Mhm.
And you should support other formats, but for me, I can still support a different format, whether I like it or not. But personally, I would not like 1 versus 1 commander. And that's just
Well, you're not versed in it. I can tell you that.
right.
Like I can tell you from experience that 1v1 Magic is different than regular 4v4 Magic. And like you could tell, like if you built a deck for 1v1 Magic, you would do it differently, right?
Mhm.
Like 1v1 Magic's more on the lines of CEDH, where you're building a better deck, trying to go faster. You're actually investing in spells to be more competitive, especially in a sanctioned format at a store. Where 4v4 Magic, like I have decks that are built for specifically for 4v4, where I'm based off other people's actions, and the buildup is slower than what 1v1 would be.
Hmm.
I'd be in support of there being formal support for 1v1
Hmm.
commander. I mean, a lot of times, like in our play group, um, whether it's just not everybody can get together for the night, there'll still be 2 of us that'll say, "Hey, let's just get together and play 1v1."
Right. Oh yeah, that makes sense too. Like I'm a major supporter of F&M. Like if I can go to F&M or help people play F&M, that's awesome, right? F&M, if you don't, for those who don't know, means Friday Night Magic, right? And Friday Night Magic's been around forever. It's been sanctioned by Wizards of the Coast, and now if 1v1 Commander was an actual sanctioned format for F&M, that might revitalize game store F&Ms because more people have Commander decks nowadays than they do standard decks.
Yep.
Yep. Let's see. Cane Shaker says, I like the Brawl format, which I think is one of Watsy's answers to 1v1 Commander. But Watsy wants to support 1v1 Commander as a format. Whew,
Hmm.
that's an
I mean,
interesting thing.
I guess if you say that, how would their support be different than their
So right
current
now,
support of like multiplayer?
So right now, 1v1 Commander in a store, like my local store here has 1v1 Commander nights. The store provides the prize support, right? They say they don't. It's not sanctioned. It's a sanctioned format where you can get points for it in your regular earnings, but it's not sanctioned. It's not supported by Wizards. Who was that? All right, I've been timed out. I think I know. Hold on. All right, so like right, but like at the store, the 1v1 commander is not sanctioned by Wizards of the Coast very much, but so the store provides the prize support for a lot of it. Well, when Wizards supports a sanctioned format and more into it, they make prize support for it a little
They'll send
more.
packages.
Yeah, like packages or like a promo card.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey,
Sorry, found a tick on our fur, baby.
well, your
I
phone
I
started
agree.
ringing.
I agree with Cane Shaker though. I mean, I love
Oh,
Brawl on
Mhm.
Arena.
yeah, I'm sorry about that, Tortoise.
No, you're good. We meet
I
I
was
it.
just
mean,
trying.
Brawl is the closest thing you can get to Commander on Arena
Right now.
Right
The
now,
right
only
you might.
now.
Your
the
Wizards of
only
the
thing
Coast.
I kind of miss with Brawl is the fact that there is no rank. I'd love to be able to rank up in the Brawl format.
Right.
Yeah.
So if 1v1's commander is supported and eventually if it hits Wizards of the Coast, they'll probably be ranked.
That's what I'm hoping.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. I mean you do get formats that come in and go. Like does any of you remember Oathbreaker?
I don't think I was
Yeah.
around.
I've heard of it anyway.
So Oathbreaker was a 60 card format. It was a deck that you'd build, and you could have multiples of a card in it. But you had a commander, which was a planeswalker, and you had a spell, which is like a sorcery that was called your spell book. And you could play both of those from your command zone. It was
Yeah,
weird.
I think that was before my time in Magic.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this was like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago.
Yeah,
But
that would have been before me.
About two-headed giant.
It was also before me, but I've heard of it at least.
Yeah. See, I believe WotC has figured out that they better support whatever people are playing. That's right.
Yep.
Go where the money is.
Yeah.
I hate to say it that way, but that's how companies survive. They go where the money is, and if the money's a commander, people are going to go into it. Now, I do think, I could be wrong, but I do think if 1v1 becomes like a pro tournament style deck, if they actually do 1v1 commander and pro tour, that jump the price up in valuable collectible cards, which some people will be excited because people want the cards, because you'll have that card and people like, everybody wants you, so we want you. Like, I'm waiting for Nadu to jump up in price, man. but it's exciting. Like, it's exciting because I'd love to see a format played and this format go well and see a blossom into a powerful way to play Magic. Because if Standard's hard to play with anymore, especially in FNM, if Commander revitalized FNM to be more of a packed house, that'd be awesome.
I agree with what you were saying, Tortoise, though, too. If they do start supporting 1v1, it's probably leaning towards CEDH.
Right, because people want to win prize support, because like usually there's usually like an entry fee to FNM. Luckily, I never really had to deal with entry fees too much because where I grew up in with Magic, my game store mainly did free FNMs, but they did that because people were buying product for going there and they get a bigger showing. Where the store down the street was charging $3 to $5 to play FNM, right? So everybody went to the free FNM, but they were spending the money that they would put in the entry fee on cards and snacks and stuff.
Yeah, the store's still making their money.
Yeah, Cane Shaker. I want Nadu to go up in value too, especially once he mail the extra one to me. Well, technically, as we discussed, I don't have an extra.
What do you think happens first? Nadu goes up or Nadu gets banned?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Well, I'm thinking on the lines that because Nadu right now should skyrocket high based on its performance in Modern, right? But I think the price is being controlled because people are afraid it's going to get banned.
I heard last night, and I don't remember who it was I was watching and listening to, but they made a point that you may see cards linked to Nadu get banned instead of Nadu itself.
Right. That's if they go that route. Who knows? Wizards make some iffy choices once in a while, like when they originally banned Primeval Titan, which is a 6-mana 6/6 trample that when it comes into play or attacks, you search your library for 2 lands, not basic lands, but 2 lands and put them into play tapped. One of the bigger problems in that format was Consecrated Sphinx at the time, which says whenever your opponent draws a card, you draw 2.
I guess I understand the thought process I was listening to when he was saying, because you ban some supporting cards and then it makes Nadu not as strong.
Right. Oh no, right. Not like they ban that, but like I don't think like right now, I could say I'm not well educated enough to say Nadu needs to be banned or this needs to be banned. But from what I've heard from different podcasts and different people is Nadu just had a good experience at Modern, right? No one was prepared for it. So I guess we're waiting for the next tournament because people will be prepared for it.
Yeah, they'll build for it.
Right. So I'd like to see how that goes first before banning, because bannings really suck. Because Nadu's not bad, like broken in every format. Like you don't see people having like a major busted Nadu commander deck right now. You know, it's not making waves in legacy at the moment. It looks like it's doing pretty good in modern, but like people could build around it.
Is that been the history of Magic, to kind of look at a card in the bannings sense, and it has to be broken in almost all the formats, or at least many of them?
Well, that's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. They're like, okay, where does this thing play? How many formats is this ruining? When they look at a card to ban, they look at one specific thing mainly, and that's once it hits the table, does it become the focus of the game? Mm-hmm. Like when they banned Primeval Titan, once Primeval Titan came to play, people either were still in it, removing it, taking time to get rid of it, and it became the focus of the game. Yep.
That makes sense.
So, but nowadays they try to go deeper, more scientifically, and they look like how many decks it was running, how much of the tournament it took over. You know,
they try to scientifically put number on it.
Right, like put a more formal number on it, so it looks like it's been well packaged and thought of. So I don't know, but I'd love to see where it goes, but like I think the format 1v1 commander, like 1v1 commander, if it's in that format, like how many cards will they break? What kind of, like, if that became the focus, right? Like if 1v1 commander became a focus, how many people would take Magic building seriously, like deck building seriously? Like where would they go? How would they express it? Because I have a friend who's a major CDH player, and he likes to build decks as broken as possible, I swear. And 1v1 is like one of the ways you play some competitive Magic. But you can do pods of 4, and but 1v1 and 4 in that game can be drastically different.
Yeah.
Because like in a 4v4, for example, your removal spells are divided against 3 other people. Where in 1v1, all your removal spells are in your hand, for one person, or your ramp and your gaining is in one person. Like, for example, as an example of a card that's good in 1v1 is Jeweled Lotus. Jeweled Lotus is powerful in CDH and is good in 1v1 commander. Where in 4v4, it's powerful, but doesn't make as much of a difference because you got 3 people who have answers for your shit.
Yeah, the multiplayer game spreads everything out in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I like to think of 4v4 commander is like a boiling crab pot with 4 crabs in it. It's basically everybody trying to climb on top of each other until the number one wins, gets out of the pot.
What I really like about like the 4v4 thing and stuff is the politics as you play. Yeah. I mean, our play group loves to get into that. I'll do this if you'll do that.
Oh yeah, politics are fun. I am an advocate for politics, but I will run politics my own way if I play. Like unless it specifically makes a change for me in a positive way, I won't do politics.
You'll just stay out of it.
Right. Like I'm good at politics, and I'm like, here's this deal, here's this here's this trade for this trade, right? And like in my brain, I'm always looking for the advantage on the trade, not helping my opponent out. I like making my opponent thinks he's being helped out, but normally they're not.
Our politics will generally lean towards who's the bigger threat too. I mean, there'll be a couple of us go, he needs to be taken care of.
Oh yeah, needs to be taken care of. But there's a reason why it's a Highlander set. There can only be one. And in 1v1, that makes it even more dominant. Who can be one? How fast can you get? How big can you explode?
Yeah, I think that's another dynamic of like 1v1 is you need to be quick.
Oh yeah. You need to be quick. You need to be on your feet. You got to manage your mana a little more efficiently because your early game plays are different from 4v4. 4v4, you're setting up for like 6-7 turns. 1v1, you're pushing out as fast as you can from turn one on up.
Yeah, well, and that's what happens a lot of times in our 1v1 games when 2 of us do sit down to just play 1v1 is right. Some of those games are over pretty quick because I just don't get going fast enough, and it's over.
Oh yeah, that's sometimes or like in most cases, you feel like you barely got set up and you started going and you're out of the game.
Yep, it's done.
It's like playing Wingspan if you ever played that game. SFT will make a deal with a player to take everyone else out first, and he will wait to deal with you last. No, that's funny. Like, have you ever played Wingspan?
I've never.
Okay, so Wingspan, and we actually played a version called Wormspan, which is about dragons. That's a little different. But Wingspan is a bird collecting game. You like collect birds that are on cards, then you try to you try to put eggs on them, and you gain points. Well, there's 4 rounds in this game, and every time you feel like you get this engine going where it's going to go pretty solid, pretty good, pretty well, the game's over. And that feels like 4v4, 1v1 commander, 4v4 commander. You know, like you feel like you got this engine going, and the game's over. You know, but like there's like a lot of cards. Like I think a big difference between 1v1 commander and 4v4 commander is I think there's a lot of unspoken rules in 4v4 commander where 1v1 commander is play everything powerful that you got. Or 4v4 rules, like in my Planeswalker deck, I have a Ajani Vengeant, which is a freaking land destruction Planeswalker. He'll destroy all target players' lands, where in most games I will not blow up my opponent's lands. Where in 1v1, I'll be like, screw you, dude. Your lands are gone as soon as I can.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's a perfect example of like how 1v1 is probably going to be much more competitive type of situation.
Right. Is there a card in that game called Kid with a BB Gun? When they do the Christmas Story crossover, yeah, you'll have a Red Rider. You'll have a Red Rider BB Gun.
You will have that card probably.
Yeah. What's up, everyone? I'd play 1v1. 4 people is fun, but coming from Yu-Gi-Oh, 1v1 really is. Well, Magic's always like Magic's from its roots has been a 1v1 format. Commander was from its roots as a 4v4 format. So going 1v1 is kind of mixing 2 different traditions into one. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's exciting about it. That's what gets going. That's what gets it flowing. Is like the mentality is the biggest thing between them, right? So I think that's one of the things that befuddles my brain is thinking about it. Like I played, like my friend Bobby comes over, and we'd play 1v1 commander because we don't have anybody else to play, so we just play against each other. You know, it still plays like a game Magic, but the mentality behind it's different than 4v4 because you're cutthroat 1v1. Where on 4-player commander, you're dividing your choices, you're dividing your tempo. You know, you're setting up, and that's what and the way you build your deck, like we expressed earlier, is different because like 4v4, you build your deck to have time to set up. Where in competitive, you know you're trying to set up quick to get your big spells out flashy as possible. And Hillbilly knows about flashy as possible because he plays Mothman.
Yep.
Mothman does pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
But still, what do you guys think in chat? I know I'm taking up a lot of airspace here. I don't mean to.
Oh, you're fine.
I like the idea of more players because I've seen how crazy it gets. Yeah. So they do a commander tourney. Well, I don't know if that's what they're talking about, but I think that's what they're aiming for with the 1v1 support format.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I feel like it's a lot to keep up with 4-player boards, especially how many MTG gets. Yeah, like 4-player boards. I think the supporting 1v1 as a format more than 4v4 is one. It's easier to track. Like it's easier to put on brackets. You know, like sports brackets.
Yep.
1-player, 2-player, who wins out of that group? You know, this group. You know, you can bracket it to a number 1 winner.
Yeah,
throughout the game.
It'll definitely be easier to do something like that with it.
Oh yeah.
Where in 4v4, I mean, you essentially have 4 places. You have a winner, second, third, and fourth.
Right.
I mean, then you got to. I think I agree with you. The bracket would be hard to figure out.
Yeah, the bracket would be hard to figure out, but I'm hoping with the 1v1 format that it creates a sanctioned format like we were talking about and
Yep.
makes it like a tournament style format, which will be interesting to see because unlike standard, modern, or legacy, you won't get an influx of seeing the same card more than once, right?
Yep.
You won't have 4 Termagoys, so to say. Well, in Commander, you always see kind of a different outlook because the beginning of the game will always start different.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Ring's banned. Soul Ring's usually banned in 1v1 formats, I believe, too. I know it's banned at my store, so I don't know how it is there.
Huh.
Let's see. I also like the one of stuff because a cheaper B, you can always draw different other getting more mana flow. Yeah, you can. If I can make sense of that, it's cheaper to build commander decks. It used to be the cheaper to build commander decks, but it's actually about as much as building a deck nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, Johnny Zer. Switch to
Johnny.
desktop. 4-player commander is different than 4v4, which is 8 players. That's right.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing I'd like to know if they do support 1v1 commander, will spell table be set up to do 1v1 commander? Because that is owned by Wizards.
I think
Yeah.
you'd see that follow suit.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Like honestly, I wish they would set it up where you can do 1v1, 2v2, 1v1, 3 against each other, 4 against each other. Like have the option of which frame to go into. So, because if you only get 3 players, I wish you could take out a screen and just have 3 players, not have that whole black space. Like how you look at the screen now. Say Mugenful's not here, but that black screen is just there doing nothing. I wish you could get rid of that and highlight the 3 players who are playing.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, like have the search plate on the bottom in the middle of the string.
Right.
Yeah, that would work.
Right, because like for example, if I remove Mugenful like this, it'll look cleaner.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, Mugenful, to pick on you.
No, I agree. That's a good example.
Right. But with that, my friends,
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
woo! Can you guess what time it is?
Time to go to New York.
Right, New York. The city's so nice they named it twice. I'm kidding. All right.
I know. I'm just messing with y'all.
I know. You know. I always think of Mugenful, and I always ask myself,
Are you crazy?
Sure is yes.
oh my lord. So, anyways, it's been a good show. Relaxing, a good topic on fire. Good points by everybody thinking. Sorry, I stole the air. I had a lot of breath. Just went with it. Fire breathe. I guess I don't know what the word is. Term is. I don't know how to sound cool. I'm too nerdy to be cool. But anyways, we're gonna roll
in. They hating.
Because I'm white and nerdy.
Yeah.
All right.
I love Weird Al.
Weird Al is pretty awesome. He is indeed.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that album though. I need that album just for that song.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna roll off into the shill section, starting with MTG Hillbilly.
What's up, everybody? Channel's at 507, and let's continue to see if we can get this channel to get even bigger. And also, if you want to put on set, well, it's too early to show that right now, but there will be a giveaway coming up pretty soon, and to celebrate the 500 subs, and it's still in the works, and I just got to figure out exactly what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. And also, there's going to be a stream another stream this afternoon at 2:00, and might be 3 streams today because I'm gonna check see if there's any spoilers, or I might go down to the spoilers with the second stream. Depends on how long the second stream lasts. But anyway, appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you leave a like here on this channel here, and come on over and join me at 2:00. And also on the 24th, I will be doing the streamer event, which is another name for that is early access. I'll be playing with the Bloomberg cards before they come out on Arena, and that's going to start out at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm going to stream from there to I go to bed. And when I go to bed, I don't know.
You pass out during the game.
Yeah, I do about 15 hours later. 15, 16, something like that. But anyway, I will be also on the round table tonight, probably. Unless something pops up. But other than that, I'll see everybody this afternoon at 2:00 Central Standard Time. Don't forget to tune in on the 24th for some early access at 10 o'clock.
All right. Now, next we have Backwoods Collector. Anything you want to show?
Got a couple videos I'm probably thinking of getting out in the next day or so. A couple packs of a game that I haven't really seen a lot of people cracking packs on. It's a Kickstarter box and stuff, but the art grabbed me, so I'm going to do that. Hopefully this weekend I'll make it out to the Backwoods Shack and maybe pull off the third Cracker Sack video for the year and hopefully not end up wrecking a real expensive card.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah, it'd be cool. And everybody's links are in the chat if you want to go over and subscribe to the channels.
And I'm gonna retire a hat that I may do a short video on. I don't just throw hats away. I have a certain way of retiring them, but that's as much as I'll say on that.
I retire hats by Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Goodwill. No, I'm kidding. I get my hats from Goodwill. All right. Full.
Yeah. I haven't hit 50 yet, but I'm going to try to record some stuff tomorrow because today I have a fridge coming in. So I can't be recording while that's happening.
Right. Or you can record the fridge coming in.
Yeah, I could.
That's right.
But other than that, I'll be recording tomorrow.
Hopefully. Sounds exciting. And this is Super Fast Tours. It's Thursday. I normally don't have anything going on Thursday nights. My Thursdays may be changing in the future. Keep an eye on that. To be honest with you, am I joining DJ tonight? I have no flipping clue. I really don't know until the time is there. Dude, just managed to say goodbye. Goodbye. Well, everybody, thank you for joining the show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for doing all this stuff and sharing the stream. And with that, my friends, we say peace out.
I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
Got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that could be the whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody